And with that, what's up, everybody? This is your boy, Satoshi motherfucking Heavy signing in with the Satoshi Shit Show. Hope everybody had a very, very, very good week. I know I did. And with that, let me lower this music and we can begin. Let's see here, a little bit lower. I have to lower it off the speaker, else it won't lower. I'll just keep raising. I don't know. It's weird. Like adjust to how low I get it. It's weird. Anyways, pop open the chat. Where's the chat? You got so many things open sometimes. It's like, oh my gosh. And then the OBS. And finally, boom. All right. 1, 2, 3. We'll start with Bitcoin because it's unfortunate. Man, I saw that happening and I just went to bed. I don't know why, but I did. Anyways, let's go. Start with Bitcoin. There's a lot of speculation in regards to Elliott Wave at this point. It is very tough to. I'm gonna go over exactly what I said last night. What I tried to say in the Loom, but the internet was just not working with me. Anyways, in my opinion, it's in my belief, I believe that's an impulse, right? And it's part of a larger structure to the upside. And so, with that belief, I'm anticipating a move at least of a 0.6818 magnitude of the previous move here, at least. But it's just figuring out when is the most logical time and price in which that would possibly happen. So, in my form of analysis, let's close these. I'm also gonna just shut off the music. I like to do a TA with no music now for some reason. It just kind of helps me. More clear thoughts, I guess. Sometimes I get too groovy with the tunes. I was like, what am I talking about? Anyways. So, somebody just walked in my house. Anyways. So, with my form of analysis, if you weren't here with me last time, a quick reiteration. I believe we're going to do... I'm not going to go over it in detail because if you weren't here with me last time, I'm sorry. You could catch me at the end of the month and I'll go over it again, what the main count is. But in my opinion, we're going to do something like this or like this in the bigger retrospect, right? But in the meantime, I think that's going to happen, right? So let's just get into what I want to talk about today. Because, like I said, if you missed what I was talking about last week, you can catch that information at the beginning of every month. I'll go into the larger count and larger degree count. And, yeah, if you missed it, just catch it at the beginning of the next month. So I believe that we're in some sort of corrective wave, and in my form of analysis, being Elliott wave, a corrective wave comes in two ways, basically, or three ways: a flat, a zigzag, and a triangle, right? And I think this is a part of a larger corrective structure that is going to form into a W, X, and a Y. And it's just trying to figure out what makes the most sense in regards to the price and time that will allude to this, right? The unfortunate thing is an X wave could come into many facets in regards to the shape. It could be a flat. 1 second. Yes. Sorry, someone is calling for me. Anyways, so it could take shape in many shapes, right? Flat, zigzag. Although that's more of a flat, and a triangle. But it must do so in a certain time, and since we're kind of running out. This is my X wave algo right here. This little part right here. I'm not going to go into detail on what this is. Just understand this is how I calculate time, and so this is where I assume X has the most logical time to find an end, and it's just if you could look at it. And I'm assuming we're going to get a very similar move like that. If this is going to be true, it'll happen very quickly, and it won't. People trying to buy in at the break will get smashed coming down to the downside. And so it's just trying to figure out what makes the most sense. And in my opinion, we're running out of time. We're really running out of time for this to happen. And so, is this? We're so close. Let's just measure this low here. Right here. Let's measure this low and see what would make the most sense. Because I have rules for ABCs too, and I'm not going to go over that. Just understand this is what I see, and what should happen if this is going to be true. Okay. And I'll put out my invalidation level here in a minute. But this is what should happen if my idea is true. Okay. I assume this was a truncated fifth wave right there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Boom. Took off now. See, that doesn't give me enough. I would want a low like right here. Like right there, at least. By a bare minimum. Right here. You might be asking why do you want a low right there? Well, if you're my group, you would know, okay? But if you're not, just understand this is how I calculate time, and I have rules for each one of these patterns, okay? And if they don't hit, then it doesn't make sense. Then I pull the trade or the idea. So this is what I would assume the bare minimum of where we would have to find a low to make this very true in regards to time. Doesn't mean we don't have to. This is not an end all be all, tactic. Although oftentimes it hits so true. It's unbelievable. Just ask my group members. It's sometimes absolutely ridiculous. But it's not an end all be all, especially when you're going to the larger time frames. You could hit or miss by like a little, because that's not much. This might be much on this time frame, but when you jump into the bigger time frame that we were studying, it's not much, It's 3 bars. 3 days. Which is not much. Right here, it's a lot. It's like 12, or whatever the hell it is, Not gonna do the math for it. But so we could probably allow for this to be the low, but I wouldn't be saying like that is the low, but it's very likely it could be. Very likely. We didn't get a real good push on volume on Bitcoin. The structure here, in my opinion, is very bullish. This structure right here. You might be saying you're crazy. Well, you're underneath all this resistance. Well, this isn't bearish necessarily. Would you say that's bearish or bullish? Sorry, I had to message somebody back. Lost my... There it is. Okay, just making sure no one was talking or trying to chat. What's up, Noza? How are you, bro? Anyways. So I wouldn't say this is bearish. Volume's declining. Interest to the downside seems to be, in regards to selling, seems to be declining. And it's just figure out what makes the most sense, you know. So we use a few tactics, time being one, price being another, and then fibs being the third. Like I said, I believe that's not the low. I believe this was the low. Gotta do a better job marking this. And if you notice here, we hit the golden box like none other. We actually double dipped in it. And so that's pretty bullish, especially on a break in the form. And what I look for, if you break pivots to the one side and then you consolidate less than the 618, that's very bullish or bearish, depending on what you're trying to study. In this case, we're trying to study to the upside. And so that's very bullish. It's very simple tactics, but no one really uses it because everybody, I don't know. This works for us time in and time out. It's funny. And at least gets you a very good buy opportunity with a very logical stop, which would be right there. If you're playing this high time frame, you would adjust your position accordingly of 1 to 3% of your account being risk. So if you don't have a large account, this trade might not be optimal for you just because how far this drawdown is at this point from there to there. Not bad, 1.5%, but with an inexperienced trader, that might screw them hardcore if they don't know how to position themselves accordingly. So all this is very bullish for, in my opinion, right now. I mean, there's a lot of people saying, I don't know, they're bearish. I don't know. There's a mix of emotions online right now, to be honest. I see a lot of good traders going, like, saying short, and I see a lot of good traders going long. I might say there's a tad more on the long side, but not by much. Maybe like 55, 45, or maybe like 40, 60, but not like a landslide or anything like that. Although that 40, 60 would be enough for me to not want to be on this side. So, what's going to make me really confirm a bottom? In my opinion, a break above that would be confirmation for me for a bottom. This could have been A, contracting flat. B, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, something like that. Some weird diagonal thing. And so I deem this out of this structure right here. This is a pivot, in my opinion. And a break above, this was a smaller pivot down here. And I felt like if we consolidate above this on a few 10-hour closes, I think we have a really good shot at hitting this. I think so. You know, at least by a bare minimum. Breaking it, 50-50 still. But if this is going to be true, you know, it has a very high chance, in my opinion. But if we consolidate like this for like another 20, like this entire day or something like that, I think that'd be very bullish. The only way this will invalidate, in my opinion, is to break below that level right there. You know, we could probably dip like that, then go up. So I would allow for this as long as we don't close below this on the hourly. That'll be enough for me to really start thinking this is false, you know, and we're going to continue to the downside. But as long as we can maintain these levels on the intraday levels time frame, I think we have a really good shot of at least attempting this pivot high at 8,780. So this, my opinion, I'll be a buyer on a breakout above that. There's only a few times where I become a breakout trader, and it only happens when there's very logical aspects for me to do so. In my opinion, this is one of them. And so I'm going to be looking to possibly buy a break of there. I'll definitely be interested if it dips right in this pocket one more time. And I'll set a stop like right there. Probably at the 618 of this move. Let me erase this yellow lines. Right in the middle right there. Never put it right at the 618 or the box. Let's put it right past it. And then I'll target this at a bare minimum. And then if we manage to flip this little area right here as support, then I'll be holding my position. I'll close out 20% up here no matter what. No matter what, 20%, no matter what. Maybe 40. This depends how I feel. Definitely 20 immediately, and then I'll consider the other 20, and then see what happens. Harsh rejection, we fall back below here, then I'm closing everything. Because then that means this is part of a bigger downtrend or like a larger corrective structure of that nature. So that's pretty much it for Bitcoin. Like I said, it's very hard for a logical account to be alluded to itself. Like I said, this could be a possible, you know, like an ABC of some sort. I don't know. Let's see here. See if this makes sense. I need to make sure this makes sense. I can't just say it could be possible. It has to make sense. We have rules here. Rules. I think that hits that rule right there. Damn, it's so close that I'm willing to allow for that. So it does hit a minimum requirement for a contracting flat. So that could be A. And this could very well be B. Dead cat bounce. Flat. Sell signal. Which we were on top of in our group. Now it's just try to understand this particular pattern, right? That looks like this is within the same structure, you know, whatever this is. Possibly this entire structure here. That could possibly be it, you know. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or even 3 ending there. But we have to make sure it makes sense. And grab your rules. 3 can be the shortest, which is what I'm looking for right here. Which it's not. And look, you'd have a very logical stop here if you were starting this pattern like this prior to this move. A move below here would invalidate this structure. 100% invalidation is here. But I would be willing to say that this is the point you would not want to pass. Right there, that 1-to-1. Of what we're assuming at this point to be. That makes more sense, to be honest with you. Structurally, it makes more sense. See if it makes a diagonal, which is the last step to this, which I think it does. Definitely does. So I do like this. I would really wish that this would have broke to the downside just a hair. If it would have just went below that, so, whoop, I would have been 100% confident with this being A, B, C. And let's do our last check here, by the way. Wow, what'd you look at that? Right in the time we need. So this is 100% logical. Now the last step. Oh, Jesus. Hotspot central. Like literally the hotspot. Like the hotspot. We hit a low in the most logical time you could expect in an ABC when A and B are the same aspects of time. And C is extremely elongated in time. Pretty crazy, right? So not only did it make sense in time, but it made sense. This makes sense structurally as well. And we just checked it in every form. A, B, C, A, B, C, A, B, C, A, B, C, A, B, C. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I think that's pretty much it for Bitcoin. You know, I do have the bearish count, which would be, this is like 1, 2, 1, 2, and then this dies. We die. This is why this area right here is crucial. And that would mean my count would be out the window, and the count would be this: A, B, C. But I'd be willing to say that that's not all of C, or I would say this was a WXY. WXY, if that was the case. Just because that's just the way I study patterns. It's different. Okay, sorry. It'll be a W, X, and a Y. W and Y share extremely similar time aspects. And then this would be A, B, and this would be C. This would be 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. The buy is down here. And if we lose this trade right now, we would be. I'm gonna take that short. You know, I'm gonna hedge a short up here. I'm not gonna be a pleb. My group's gonna hedge a short up here. We're not gonna be stupid. Think defensively. Don't only think about what money you can make, but think about what money you can lose. Okay? If you're not thinking about the money you can lose, you're not playing the game right. You're too greedy. Get the fuck out. Go learn some things. Learn how to lose some money first, then come back. Anyways. So we have two very logical counts here, and this makes sense too. Isn't that insane? Isn't that insane? Insane. Insane in the membrane. You cannot say this shit doesn't work. I can't say it's mine because I gotta credit this to Glenn Neely. All hail the Godfather in time. Fucking dude's an oh fucking G. Go study his shit. Gosh damn. Anyways, I'm sorry I get a little hyped up. Get a little amped. Anyways. So it makes sense. This makes sense too. And some might label it like this is all one move, but the reason why I can't say that is because if you're labeling it that, it breaks rules, and I don't break rules. Broke below the 6-1, the logical and invalidation point to a corrective structure. But if you label it like mine, it makes more sense. See how it broke? If you were to label this to that as one corrective move in regards to this, it hits this box, which is the invalidation point, to a corrective structure. But if you label it like this, being this is a low to the corrective structure, this is A, B, C, this is A, B, C, then it works. You might be like, well, you're just fitting it to work. No, I'm not. It makes sense. You can't break rules. We found a logical count to that makes sense in both time and price. Okay, but that's not my primary. But we will trade it. We will trade it. We're not gonna be dumb. We're gonna trade it. We're gonna hedge ourselves appropriately. Like I said, a move, in my opinion, at this point, a move down below, I think would be invalidation to this entire setup. I believe that we should not move down at this point. I really do. Like, I really, it just, the way this looks, coming to a very fine point, wedging, you know, I just really don't think we should continue down if we are going to see a potential for this move here to the upside. There is still one more structure that we could study that would allow us to come to this low and then come back up. But we wouldn't be trading it. So, that's on. We can't trade three different things. You can only trade two at a time. And that would be not. It's an A, B, C, and this would be not a W, but it'll be A. And this is turns into a B, which could be a longer time, and then C's come later. Anyways, on to Ethereum. We got out of that trade with a win, so no one lost. Don't worry. The idea was flawed, but the execution was excellent, so we didn't lose any money. What up, Joe Hardy? How you doing, brother? Hope it's well. Ethereum, Ethereum, Ethereum. Oh, Ethereum. How complex can you be? Extremely. Extremely. But like Bitcoin, I would have to assume that this is the low. If Bitcoin's going to trend to the upside. So what would make the most sense for that to happen? Are we definitely interested on buying Ethereum and break of that trend line? Oof, that's pretty cool. If Ethereum might just moon pretty soon, to be honest with you. If this is gonna be a true pattern here, what's gonna happen exactly is I don't know. Very complex. I was starting it last night. Again, into like what makes the most sense here. It's still very complex. Still very complex. Cause the way I study structures, this couldn't be part of this. Takes too much time. My opinion is here. Yep. Not audible. One second then. That's not good. Hello? I'm audible. I see it. I see it. I see it. It says I'm audible. Check, check, check. Can someone tune in? Tune in, tune in, tune in. Interesting. Interesting. So yeah, it's very hard and tough to assume that this is part of this structure in my way I analyze time and price. I would have to say this is a WXY. This is a low. This is a part of a bigger structure. A, you know, this could have all been B, because this is a logical contracting flat. And this part is C. But if this were to happen, this structure here, shoot, wrong. Would have to mimic this structure in time. And I'll assume it'll hit the very end of this box. But in order for that to happen, this would probably have to make a wedge. And then my count, like I said, take this to the WXY. This is part like a bigger. It would have to turn into something like that. The only other logical thing to the upside would be, oops. But I don't like that as much at all. Just because this structure here. Let's see here. Let's just see if this makes sense. If even we had a possibility of making sense. Hit first check. And slightly misses the second check. Very close. But I would rather say that if we do move to the upside, we'll probably do this instead of WXY. The bearish aspect would be this, I think. Bullish aspect, bearish aspect. This was my first count at the very beginning. I went away from it. Hopefully it doesn't bite me in the ass, or us in the ass. That high get broken? I can't remember. Whose high is the highest here? That one is. But this works still. I think. A, B, C. Let's see if it does. The only way it does is if the time allows it to, but let's see. Let's triple check. Running out of time, in my opinion, to finish that pattern. It would have to be an A, B, C. In my opinion, it wouldn't allow for enough time, so it doesn't make sense. Still possible it does this. Pokes over, and that's still B. This dies. Just be very wary of the structure happening. A break above this 200 mark would probably be, in my opinion, the breakout point to get to this point up here. $10-hour RSI just signaled bull. Yeah, any divergences forming here. I think this is the divergence right here. Yep. Double bottom on price. Whoops. Shit. What in the heavens? Double bottom on price. RSI just signaled hidden bull. So the way I analyze price structures was divergences 0, 1, 2. If we started closing above that little area right there, that's very bullish. I'll even say right here. Because look at those hits right there. Boom, boom. I like that area right there. And it really co-aligns or really aligns with these two trend lines here. So I'll be very bullish if Ethereum manages to get up there to at least 200. No volume yet, but is that due to it being in here? Who knows? We'll see. I at least think this has potential to at least hit the top of this box by bare minimum. 200 come to Papa, I think so as well. And then we'll see what happens after that. But we had a very good buy signal here on SRSI. Looks like trend aid just flipped bull. Nope, close though, very close. But price is moving and trending above all three of them. 4 hour trend aid is bull. This is a bullish signal as well. 1 hour RSI. I had a breakout signal here on trend aid confirmation when it broke over that. Held this, the slow line, and then it's now trending above all three. This is the 4 hour essentially. So let's get on to the next one. In my opinion, I didn't throw out invalidation points for this structure here. Essentially the same thing for Bitcoin. If I think that's the low for Bitcoin, I have to assume this is the low for Ethereum. So if we break this very sideways movement to the downside like that, I think that's very bearish. But comes to the top side, I think it's going to be very bullish to at least 200, and then if we manage to not get wicked down real hard and just pass through it, then we're going to fly up there and break that high. If you didn't buy that, I'll be very interested in buying. It's pretty dumb to buy now. You're right pressed against resistance. If you buy now, you're essentially hoping this is going to come true. In my opinion, that's a very bad tactic to do, and you're putting yourself at risk, especially since how much it's moved up since a really good buy opportunity there. So I'll be more interested in buying once we break up above this pivot, break these trend lines. We don't necessarily have to trend above them, but we have to break them and then form a flat of some sort, and then I'll be a buyer on that second pivot low right there. Boom. Targets that to the upside. Okay. So yeah, validation would be that low. Confirmation would be a breakup of that consolidation of that area, and then so forth. Let's start with gold. Good old gold. So strange. I'm gonna do something real quick. Interesting. Anyways. So if gold is gonna be true, we kind of have. This is the low. So if you're a long-term trader, this is a perfect setup for you. You might be like, you're freaking crazy buying under resistance. Well, it's because I have a logical reason to do so. And so, if you're not in my group, I'll just go over real quick. I think I called it low to be there. And possibly move that back to there, which makes more sense. So that's essentially the time aspects we're looking for a low to be made for a corrective structure in regards to this bullish structure to the upside in order for this to be true. And so we made a low in a really close time aspect in where we needed to. And so I had talked with a few members on the back end of things, and they asked if it's a really good opportunity to buy now. And I told them it was, just because how close we are in regards to time to invalidating it, and also how close we are in regards to price to invalidating it. And that's a key aspect in our trading algorithm, trying to set yourself up. The closer you are to those two aspects, the better risk management system you can apply to your, not risk management system, but a better position you can apply to your trading, and thus it could allow for better opportunities and better money, profit taking opportunities, with maintaining the same risk of 1 to 3%. And so, I mean, I called that move to the break to the downside, which was good, and then I assumed we were gonna at least tap this, but we came so close and we just did not tap it. So, like I said, we had some people buy that, which was really good. And in order for this to be invalid, in my opinion, a break below that low, which is now 144571. Not even on close. Be very interested on that trend line break or consolidation right underneath it, like that, while trend dates are flipping bull. I would think that would be popping to the upside. Whoops. Like RSI hit the lowest basically you can go. So we'll see what it gets. We'll see. The daily, the very wishy-washy area right now could go either way still on daily RSI. Daily trend dates. It's not really good that we're trending underneath all three daily trend dates, but there's a very good opportunity in the intraday stuff in regards to it, just possibly being a flag to the upside. But like I said, a move below that and I'll be out of my position entirely, and expecting this to just dive on down, because in my opinion, gold's bearish. One, two, three, four, five. A, B, C. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A, B, C. So, gold's on a sell signal. In my opinion, somewhere up here. I mean, it could be wrong. It could be like a 1, 2, 1, 2, and then it moons. So, like, if we make a flat up here, and like a really good and a time aspect that's similar to this entire move, I'll be very bullish. Because in my opinion, if this is going to be true, we would reject hard and fast. So that's good to have rules. Find some rules that work for y'all and trade them. Next. Oh gosh, damn, son. So for real though, that was pretty good. So, yeah, DXY was also on a damn, son. Damn, son. Ow, my neck. So yeah, DXY was also on a sell signal. This structure here broke very harsh to the downside and broke some pivots very quickly. And if this can manage to break this pivot in less time than it took to get to that point, this has a very high opportunity of just doing this, cascading to the downside. If it breaks that in less time, then we're fucked. But there's also a possibility that this is like a gigantic running fucking flat. So you gotta be paying attention. If we hit this low and then break up to the upside, then we're continuing on this fucking woo-ha of a structure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A, B, C. I'm weak as hell. Weak as hell, bro. Oh shit, bro. What would it take for DXY to be invalid? In my opinion, a move above there would be invalidation point to me. I'd expect us to continue on downward from this point. That's just how I feel. Validation point, like I said, would be a possible move below there. 100% would be a break of that. That would be very bad. Very bad. Unless we just find a way to pivot like that. But like I said, we'll be watching it to be aware of it, just in case. Daily SR side looks pretty bearish in my opinion. So, yeah, not looking too good for DXY. You might want to look for a USD pair to go shorten. Wow. Wow. That was pretty close to the structure we thought was going to happen. I thought a regular flat was going to happen, but a running flat came to about. A, B, bang. This is a great sell signal up here. Congrats to anybody who held that. I unfortunately closed my position on that low right there. But this is more of a WXY now than an ABC. Yep. Perfect WXY. Yeah, I think this is due time. Notice that's declining volume. I'll be very interested on a break of that trend line there. As for the larger structure, I am not entirely sure. Forex gets confusing as hell sometimes because how freaking much correctiveness it gets. So you just find a pattern that makes sense in the time frame you're trying to study, and you trade it, and just go to 1 degree. Larger, 2 degrees larger to make sure you're not getting fucked. This could all possibly be, you know, giant flat. This could be A, B, C like this, and this is A, B, C. We'll see though. In the meantime, I think this structure has a very high opportunity to go into doing this. Be very interested in buying a break of that trend line there. Like I said, if you held this short, congratulations, that's a great trade. Called a short, damn near the top, if not the top, and we called this target. So great trade, good stuff. Who held that? I unfortunately, like I said, did not. It's whatever though. And we should have stuck to the trading algorithm we always been. Trend days flip bear. RSI with bear. Gonna break over 60. Bear, bear, bear. Let's check out this big old puppy. Another great entry. Not really. Still unsure. Still unsure. I would have really liked it to break this downside already, but who knows? Could be very curious to see if this turns into a flat of some sort. But in my opinion, this thing looks like it's ready to come down. About ready to come down. It's either A, B, C. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And for this structure, I would just really like it for us to break that pivot, get out of this range. In my opinion, a break of that would be confirmation of this being a top momentarily, and then a break of here would be a game over type move, and kiss your mama goodbye and go pay your rent off or mortgage off, because that would be a great freaking entry. A move above, in my opinion, you can move your stop down, and just keep an eye on this level. As long as we trend below it, it's a possibility that this is the top. All right. That's USD knock. I don't know what the hell it's from. Is it New Zealand or something like that? I forgot. Totally forgot. What else did we have in? Oh, just covered that. Oh, they're both interesting. Euro NZD, NZD USD. They're not the same thing. Huh. That looks interesting. Possible like leading diagonal of some sort. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like a leading expanding diagonal. A, B, C. I'll be very curious if we form like a flat in this. Buyer here or down here. A, B, C. So also could be like an A, B, C this way, and this continues down to the downside. A break of that level would be my invalidation point. Structurally. Not interested in buying it yet. Want to see more. Need to see more action. I would really like it to do this. Because then people would be thinking this is bearish as shit, shorting the living piss out of it. This will be a buy, and this people get crushed. All this gets crushed. All that liquidity gets crushed. That's NZD USD. You know what makes sense in regards to our idea was USD being bearish, which would mean this would be bullish, which makes sense as well. It just makes sense. It just makes sense. Everything makes sense here. Great, great. It's awesome. It's exactly what we want. Freaking awesome. Well, we got smoked. Not really. It just means our position got stopped out. Well, mine did, fortunately. Took a great short up here, but now I gotta look for a re-entry if there is one. Same idea as USD, ZXY, exactly. It's basically the same chart, to be honest with you. It's kind of weird. So, which is probably the most difficult chart to trade because it's pretty freaking wacko. But it's the same idea, like literally the same idea. Are we in a giant ABC or are we in a more bearish structure to the downside? A, B, C, possible. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Or is this like the corrective structure of some sort? And I don't know. I really don't think this could break to the upside. It makes no sense to break to the upside. Prove me wrong, but a move above here, and I'll be concerned to any move to the downside, which is about 9155. I would really like price to start breaking pivots soon. Like that pivot would be awesome. This pivot would be the golden pivots break. This pivot will mean we're definitely seeing this. But what else do we have? I think I covered all our forex pairs we've been chasing. Now with that, I'm gonna look at some questions and charts that were posted. Yes, I can. So feel free to ask me any questions. Oh my gosh! Drop my power rate everywhere. Fuck me. Come out. Oh, shit. Christ. Well, that was some horse shit. Fuck. Gosh damn it. Gosh damn it. That was horrible. Well then. I'm going to go ahead and start posting the charts into my group. And in the meantime, I'll raise the volume a bit on the music. And then you can ask me any questions. Also, I need to figure out how a way to have a BAT like tip jar. I'm a huge fan of BAT, and used to be too. So yeah. If you're not in my group but you like what I do, you can always send me BAT. Always. Or Bitcoin, honestly. Not any crypto, just those two, and maybe Ethereum. Maybe not Ethereum, it's too volatile. Monkey, yeah, I could do that for sure, for sure, for sure. Let me just post this. No, actually, it's just terrible. Balls. I love BAT. Absolutely love BAT. Whoa. What in the heavens is this? Try old chart. Wow. This is when I was first on the ABC train, then I switched it to our other account, this being a C-Wave. Look at that though. Man. Pretty, and look at that. Look at the time. Wow. Interesting how that shit works. Fucking interesting, eh? Fucking interesting. It's like fucking magic sometimes. Like, gosh, damn it. Oh, it's not in dominance. Son of a bitch. Why doesn't that ever pop up for me? Whoa, is that really it? No way. What in the heavens? Well, that was a good guess. Good guess. Although I'm more thinking it's an ABC now. Infamous Crypto, what's up, bro? It's been a while. It kind of has to do this though, if this is gonna be true. Although I don't know if you could do time on Bitcoin D. Don't know. This also looks like it could be a sell signal flat, and this would be doing that, and at least coming to here. Dwindling volume on the right on the move down. Hard spike here. Could be a sign of reversal, or could just be a sign of liquidity being taken the fuck out because people are plebs and don't know how to position themselves and just got wiped out with their stops here. If we break below there, that's, in my opinion, that will be pretty devastating for Bitcoin. Similarly, if there's, watch for a little flat there, if it gets rejected by that line right there, then that would probably end up continuing down. Move above this 69 area, 69, 68 area right here, and I'll be one to say that this continues up to the upside. Reject this area and or break 67.7, and I think Bitcoin dominance continues to roll to the downside. What's up, bro? It's been a while, man. Been a while. It's been a long while. So I'll post that Bitcoin dominance. Where the fuck is it? Also, essentially this. Yeah, that's, yeah, exactly what I said. A break of this. Interesting. What's total look like? Very similar to Bitcoin. Great bullish divergence signal right there. That would have freaking got you a lot of money. These circles are even more powerful, to be honest. They never lie. You'll always get a either reversal or at least a consolidation. 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 Well, part of consolidation. Right here. Boom. Reversal. Tapping that support on the slow line. Blue line's now over the slow line. I guarantee you SRSI is above the bulls. Oh, no, not yet. Trend date's just flipping bull for the 10 hour. It's probably just right in that gap. 4 hours definitely bullish now. Yep. Bullish divergence signal here again on SRSI. Same idea. I'll be interested on the break of that trend line. See what happens to the total market cap. With that, I'm gonna post all these charts, and so I'm gonna raise this volume on the music, and go ahead and ask me any questions in the background, and I'll answer them accordingly. All right. Hope you enjoyed this. Make sure to hit a thumbs up and a subscribe, and hit that notifications on button, so you get notified every single time I go live. And you don't have to follow my other profiles to do so. So yeah, just do that. That'll be awesome. I appreciate anything like that. So with that, I'm gonna race these freaking jams, and we're gonna rock out in the meantime.
Was Eden by Saturn, amazing song, and you also heard Flat Beat by Mr. Ozwa. I always thought it was Oizo. It's O-I-Z-O. It's an amazing song though. Like, I still remember the music video for this track when it came out. The yellow puppet, like, headbanging all the time, being on the phone and stuff in the office. It's really good. I mean, every time I put on this song, Flat Beat, it's just I'm so inspired and fascinated
What's going on
by
here?
how simple this beat is, but it's still so catchy and so energetic in some way. Alright, we're moving on to the next one. Here is Dog Talk.
Damn, man.
D33J.
Ain't shit great when it works like that. So I'm gonna go ahead and move my stop up because that happened really fast. Hey, if you took that trade, move your stop up. Move your stop up. Move your stop up. There's no reason not to move your stop up now. Move it up. Move it, move it, move it. You just made some free money. Not really. It just depends on what happens now. If we continue up, then you made some free money. Congratulations. Hope you enjoyed this little thing here. So yeah. Bang, 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 bang. It's a good day, man. 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 Oh man, it's a good day, man. Good fucking day, man. Looks like we're gonna be wrong here. That's a harsh rejection. And if you look at Ethereum, we barely wicked out. But good thing here, we're not gonna lose any money if this price does happen to come back our way, because I practice. I always make sure I put. It's not exactly the entry. I always make sure I come like a little above, just so I could cover those fees for trading. So always make sure to cover your fees. Okay. So move your stop up if you took that. Cover some fees. Zero rest trading. If we win big. If we lose nothing. Great trading tactics, right? Anyways, carry on. What a mess. Yeah, it looks like a good shorting opportunity on Ethereum in regards to this price action. Watch this be running flat though. That's not good, I thought. That's not good. That's no good. It's no good. It's no good. I already stopped out. All good. Looks like it's McDonald's again tonight. Gosh damn it, guys, motherfuckers. Yeah, that's rough. That's why you move your stops up and secure your positions, because that would have been lost. Yikes. That is rough. That's really rough. Why? Damn, that looks crazy.
You just heard Chief by Thieves and Atlians. What a banger. And you also heard I'll Come To by James Blake. You gotta check out his last album. It's really, really good. My boy Doral put me on it. It's a very special album, I can say. But I'll check it out and really listen to it a lot. Alright, next up is the Go Slow selection for this week. This week, the Legend remix Melt Away by Alex. This remix is so good I can't even listen to the original anymore. Enjoy. Go slow.
Almost done here, but I'm about to stop the stream as there's no more questions coming in as far as I can see. Yeah. Anyways, let's see here. Talk about a breakout and a rejection. Thank God we're live, so we got to. I'm still curious to watch to see what happens here. But so far, no good. Yep. Alrighty. I think that's essentially it. Alrighty. I hope you enjoyed this. Appreciate everyone for rocking with me. With that, I'm gonna sign out. Alright. Everybody have a blessed day. And make sure to always count those blessings, you know. Make sure to tell the people you love them. You never know when today's the last day in this beautiful, beautiful world. Always be a half glass full. Nothing ever comes to a negative person. And I promise you that. So, in our group, we try to preach more than just technicals and how to trade. We also try to preach and how to generally just go about life and how to attack things and how to handle certain things, especially in regards to emotions. So, join us. We would love to have you. We're one big, happy, happy family. We're not big yet, but we're getting there. Anyways, appreciate y'all rocking with me. Make sure to hit the thumbs up and subscribe button, which is below. And I appreciate that a lot. Finally hit the 600 mark. Next mark's 1,000, and then keep on rocking. Keep on rocking, man. So with that, it's your boy, motherfucking Satoshi Heavy, signing out. Listen to these tunes. They're beautiful, beautiful, beautiful tunes. Peace out.